Well, greetings. A number of you have written to me asking me how to buy and hold gold after some of the podcasts I've done recommending it as a store of wealth. I'm glad you didn't write to me to ask for any in-depth information on how to buy Bitcoin, which I'm still being advised myself. But gold, of course, I'm something, well, I would argue I'm something of an expert. How to buy it? Well, gold is actually quite easy. First of all, you find a reputable bullion dealer, of which there are several. I happen to use Baird in London, of Hatton Garden, which is a very reputable house, Baird, Baird, and I get onto their dealing room and I order my sovereigns and I order my Britannias, and they give me a price which is based on the spot price of gold plus a few percent, so they can make a turn for the service, which is fair enough, and it's quite modest. And they send them to me the next day. If they arrive the next day, they're insured, or after a few days, they're insured. The GPO deliver them, so you've got your sovereigns and you've got all your Britannias according to choice. I like coins, gold coins, because they're coin of the realm, which means they carry no VAT. And they carry no capital gains tax, and it's a very good service. There are others. You'll probably have one in your local big city. There's bullion by post, for example. So the service is very good, very neat, very slick. Now, if you're buying more than £10,000 worth of sovereigns, they will want something of an audit trail. That is the regulatory position. They'll want to know a bit about you, where you live, so on and so forth. And you can buy them with your debit card over the phone. So it's really very, very simple indeed. And they will send them to you, no problem at all. So what do you do with them when you've got them? Well, every big city that you live near has a bullion vault or safe deposit boxes with the usually absolutely state-of-the-art security systems attached to them. And that's what I do. I happen to put mine in London. There's lots of people who do that extremely well for you. And you can go along and you can get your deposit box, and they will charge you a relatively modest fee, a bit more expensive in London, but the big provincial cities aren't too expensive. And so you can hold your gold in a safe place, because obviously you don't want to hold it at home. For security reasons, you might get burgled, although, of course, as we all know, and I've said many times, you're most likely to be burgled by the government, more likely to be burgled by the government than anybody else who steal your money on a daily basis. So that's the simplistic way of handling it. Now, you may say, well, that's all very well if I've got cash in my bank and a debit card. Yes, I can go about that and I can deal with that. That's all very straightforward. But most of my money is tied up in my pension fund. That's the only place I've got my money. How do I go about that? It's a little bit more complicated because pension schemes are also heavily regulated. And if you have a self-invested pension fund, you'll find that there are regulations attached to what you can and can't hold. Now, if you want to hold gold coins, you can buy them from the Royal Mint. Don't take delivery. You're not allowed to take delivery per se. What you're allowed to do is buy them in specie, and the Royal Mint will hold them for you for an annual fee. And you can then cash them in as and when you want to draw down your pension. And I do that myself. I have that. There is a counterparty risk, which I don't like, insofar as that they are held by the Royal Mint, which is an organisation which the government have pretty direct access to. And as I say again, it's the government which is most likely to steal your money, as Roosevelt stole money from the American public in the 30s and from the French public in the late 18th century. So the government may come for your gold, and the Royal Mint is slightly easier. Leaving that aside. So that gives you access to your pension fund. You can also hold gold mining shares. In other words, you're just buying gold in the ground. So you can hold shares, and you can do that from a mutual fund, which means you can buy those quite simply in your pension fund or your ISA. And your financial advisor will tell you how to do that. He'll arrange that for you. And the one I use and I do, and I've been an investor for some years, is BlackRock Gold and General. But there are plenty of others. Your financial advisor will find those. That means you can hold it in your pension quite easily, and you can hold it in your ISA if you want to. Gold shares behave like equities in the main. and so just beware of that. Equities are a high risk game. They go up and they go down. It's not like holding gold in specie or gold bullion or gold coins. However, there's no doubt about it, they are correlated. Over a period of time, they tend to move in broadly the same way, and you can in certain periods make more money on gold shares than you can on gold. So I hope that helps. It is an easy way of holding gold. They're all relatively easy ways of holding gold. You just need a debit card, basically, a financial advisor and a telephone. Probably straightforward. And good luck. As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research based. And I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I'll automatically share it with you. So, surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.